Wes. How's it feel to be in Tulsa at this training camp?
It feels warm, but it's a blast, really. It's great to get, in a new room, kind of working through some adversity. It's a little bit hotter, a little more slippery, a little less room, working with some different partners, different styles that you're not necessarily used to seeing, and you just get to work on different focuses of your game that, you don't see with the same guy that you go with every day. So it's just nice being out here and having the room and availability, during the situations going on right now with everybody in the U.S.
Yeah, what have you been doing during COVID to stay in shape? What have you been focusing on? I know that you're getting bigger, bumping up.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because right as this all kind of started picking up, all this COVID stuff, we were really trying to peak for the trials coming up, a month out. And I was really working on, getting my cardio fine-tuned and everything wrestling-wise. And when this all happened and gym started shutting down, I didn't, really want to hang around and lift logs because I was trying to turn some of that weight I had massed into muscle. So I moved home and I got a nice little, Olympic weight set in my basement. So I was lifting, we call it the bar down there. And I was going down there throwing metal around. And I used to coach at my high school, so I still got a key where I can get on the football field, do all my sprint workouts, and run around the rubberized track, easy on the knees and everything. And then I can go in the wrestling room, do all my shoulder stuff with the kettlebells, get a few dummy throws, pull-ups, rope climbs. So I really, didn't miss too much in terms of my workouts themselves, but I did miss a lot on the mat. And we have got a good 4 or 5 practices already to make up for quite a bit of missed time.
Yeah, talk about kind of have a different story, kind of being a college guy, a little bit of time in northern Michigan, a little bit of time in folk style, if I remember correctly, and then kind of coming back home and training with Medlin, and how's it different from when you started to now? And
I mean, it's kind of been, if you know my story, it's kind of a real crazy road, and it's been, that was junior college. I've had, 5 surgeries for my knees down, and there's been about 3 different times where I kind of thought I was done doing it, but most every time, 2019 before I went back for the US Open and the World Team Trials, I jumped off the couch and, I called Medlin and said, hey, I want to start competing again. What do I do? And he said, well, come down. Joe's coming down, Robbie's coming down. We're going to get a good hard week before the Open. And so I did that, or it might even been before the Schultz, but I did that, and we had a nice little mock tournament, brought in the sound simulation and everything, and I just realized that's where I needed to be training. I continued that year off the couch, and I'd go train, for a week at a time there. But I called him up at the beginning of this, 2020 or maybe 2019 then, and told him I needed to make an Olympic team, and I wanted him to help me get there. So.
Yeah. So was there a point where you really did feel like you had wrestled your last match?
I mean, that 2016, right? Before the trials there, I had broke that foot 3 times that year, and after I lost at the last chance and didn't qualify, they had to bend over my ankle, sew it up, and fix my bone that I kept breaking. So after that, I moved away from northern Michigan, and I moved back to my small little town in middle of nowhere for my network insurance to get my surgery there. And I kind of figured that was it. I started coaching in my high school, and I was like, oh, well, started a business. We were doing some excavation trucking stuff, and then I realized, I'm only going to have this body for a few more years, and I might as well milk it for what I can.
Yeah, so was it Medlin contacting you that relit that fire, or did something inside of you just kind of make you want to come back? And
I had a bad taste in my mouth. All those injuries kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth, and after 2016, I know I wanted to make at least one more run 2020, and I'd been telling everybody since 16, like, oh yeah, I'm going to get back at it, how that goes. And then 2019 or 2018, New Year's, we're sitting there and talking about resolutions, and I said, well, I should probably compete again, because 2020 is like a year or 2 away. And then my dad just told me, get off the couch and go do it. And I said, well, it's 20 days away. I don't care. Get off the mat and compete. He said, you're going to compete, go compete. I did that and realized that, it's just all here. You just got to go out and realize that you've got it. You can compete with anybody on any day. You just got to have the faith.
Absolutely. So how does it feel to wrestle, kind of mix it up with Tracy Hancock and, Marcus Finau and some of these other guys? I know it's hard to find big guys. Yeah,
no,
myself.
Great. That's another thing, like with this quarantine, I got to take a step back. I was kind of priming in so much on, here we go, it's the end, and I was kind of focused, and my focus might have even been wrong, and I got to take a step back and these Zoom meetings, we were learning to break stuff down, and now Joe coming in, you know, it's great because I learn so much every day, and then I get to learn from these other guys. Everyone's got a little bit different tweak to their style. So, you know, I'm picking their brains like crazy, like I'm a kid who's never wrestled before, because you can get so much out of these camps if you just try to be a sponge, you know. And working with these guys, you know, we got 2 world team members who are killing everybody nationally and internationally, and it's just nice to be in a room learning and working and competing with these guys. And then off the mat, you know, getting to know their lives better and their sports psychological beliefs and diet, you know, tips and stuff. It's all good, you know, cohesive units to better the whole Greco sport.
Yeah, coming as a heavyweight now, is it kind of hard to find partners, and you feel like you got to just make stuff work a lot more, and it seems like you focus on things that are going to help your game, and then sometimes you need those big bodies. You just need a big body. And then...
Exactly. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's nice because, you know, all these guys I'm working with here, they're big and strong. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes there is a little bit difference when you just got to look, you know, there's a little bit more bowling ball and you got to do a little bit different. But, you know, it is nice, like I think Austin was talking about some of these folk styles getting lower, giving you a little bit of that lick, you know, where you got to get down. There's a heavyweight out here that kind of nice to get that weight to push around a little bit. But, yeah, you struggle, but at the same time, Medlin and the whole Greco community does so good of a job at getting those big guys or people who struggle to find partners together at events like this and just to grow. And it's the best for USA in general, USA Wrestling.
Absolutely. You got any last words about the camp or anything?
Nah, just a blast. Go Greco. And
all right. Thanks, bro.
Thank you.